So work's going great. Honestly, as long as I listen to the correct people, I'm good. I can get pissed off all I want to. I just gotta watch my mouth. Oh yeah, but I was complaining about her all day today. You want to know how many times I washed my hands at work today? 67 times. Every single time after I sat there. What's up, Mad Dog? After I sat there and went, if I was dropping meat, guess what? Gloves were off, hands were being washed. I dropped chicken, gloves were off, hands were washed. You know what Sienna was doing up front? She'd be sitting there chewing on a fucking straw. She'd be sitting there bagging up food, dealing with people's money, walk back to the back, have to exchange change from out in the drive-thru, and then she'd be walking back through, not even touching the sink to wash her hands. I only saw her wash her hands once today. And she's sitting there reaching into the fryer where the fries are at, grabbing fries out and munching. And then she's bitching about Moo and the other guy being on their phones, which all they were doing, they had their phones up sitting on the counter with music playing. That's it. Guess what? I started bitching about that too. I said, how can she sit there and tell everybody to get off their fucking phones when all I ever see her doing is up at the front?
The chick who came and got you when I got my drink?
She was the taller black lady with green fingernails, right?
Straight black hair.
Straight black hair. Yep. She's a sweetheart, by the way.
I don't know her name, but she looked at me. She goes, "What do you want now?" I looked at her sort of confused, and then I just like, she's fucking with me, right? And I looked at her and I said, "Can I buy a soda?" "I got $1." And she goes, "One soda. That's $1.09. Do you have the 9 cents?" I'm like, "I got a 9."
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She really is. She's awesome. Miss Mel, she's awesome. All of my coworkers, I have no issues with any of my coworkers. I only just have the one issue with the one manager.
That's it. You have one issue. One. I got 5.
No, yeah.
I got 5, and that's night crew that I got to work with on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, you'll be with Brandon the majority of the time. You'll have to work with them, but at the same time, it's going to be like a little bit less stressful for you because you'll be dealing with Brandon and trying to get that fucking shit taken care of for the college.
They better have me off on Sunday after working a double Saturday.
More than likely, yeah.
If they don't, I'm going to be pissed.
When does your schedule get posted? If it gets posted Sunday, you won't have, and if your schedule's already posted up to Sunday, then,
it's posted up to Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. Yeah, I don't know next week's schedule yet until Sunday. Oh, yeah, I ain't giving up, Mad Dog. I ain't giving up.
I'm going to
Go ahead, baby. You're fine. Trust on that, bro. I ain't giving up. That is one thing the Reaper Den does, is never gives up. See, like this is a normal for my streams. I have to use the restroom now. Because we were all feeling the stress from Sienna back in the kitchen. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. That is like, whoo! So much stress. Oh yeah, Mad Dog. The Reaper Den never gives up, never surrenders. One of my bosses tried to tell me today that I couldn't get me something to drink during shop time. Oh, so you're going to tell me that I can't get something to drink. So you're telling a diabetic that he can't get something to drink. Get the fuck out of here. You tell me that I can't get something to drink and I'm a diabetic, guess what? You're going to be getting the repercussions from it. That's what I was doing all day today. I waited for 2.5 hours before Miss Melanie showed up to work. And I looked at her and I said, I don't care what Sienna says, but is that all right if I get something to drink? She's like, she's your manager. I said, yeah, but she told me no, that I couldn't get something to drink. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, I'm a diabetic. And Miss Melanie went, get yourself something to drink right now. And she asked me the style of diabetes that I have, and I let her know. My left arm also went out on me 3 times today, my dog. Like, how fucked is that? But yeah, no, you're right. They are just hating. That's all I see coming from that one manager. One manager. She is just straight up hating. Oh, babe, you know that shorter white lady that works there, the other manager, the one with the tie usually? She hates Sienna too. Fucking hates her. Melanie, Miss Mel, hates Sienna. I asked Miss Melanie the other night, I said, why did I said, I know it's probably not my place, but why did Miss Julie make Sienna a manager? And Julie and Miss Melanie was just like, she was desperate.
Yeah, well, she's no longer desperate. She could fire her ass or demote her.
I'd honestly rather see her gone sooner or later. If anything, I'll be transferring over the one on Caraway. The McDonald's on Caraway was the one that my dad worked at. I'm probably going to be stopping over there tomorrow afternoon. I won't be able to re-up until I get my debts paid off, which the only debt that I have is just $10, and that's for the gram that I bought last night, or that I picked up last night. But old boy already told me that if I paid him the 10, he can front me a gram every single time as long as I can pay him back the $10. So in actuality, I'd need like 12 donated to be able to pay him back the 10. Other than that, this is my last bowl right here, and then we're going to be hopping on over to fucking some World of Tanks tonight. And play that, and honestly, just fucking chill, honestly. I'm off for tomorrow. I work 11 to 7 on Saturday. Oh, babe. Miss Melanie also asked me when I was going to be getting a cell phone. And I told her, I said, we have one, but the issue is that it's an out-of-state number one. And I said, number 2, our phone plan went out. And she's like, well, how much is your phone plan? I said, our phone plan is $80 a month for 2 phones, but we only have 1 phone right now. And she's like, well, why don't you take off that other phone? And I said, because if we were to do that, the bill would jump up. Instead of paying $80 for 2 phones and just having to get a new phone and get it set up again and activated, I said my wife would be paying $60 a month for just 1 phone. Because my food stamps are going to be running out as soon as they find out that I got this job. I hadn't told Washington State food stamps about it yet, and I'm not going to. I'll let them find out about that them damn selves. I told the Division of Child Support, though. I told the Division of Child Support about my job, my location, where I moved to, my address, my work's address. So they already know that. The DSHS on the food stamp part, they don't need to know. They ain't going to know until they see that I'm making over $1,900 a month, which good luck. My first paycheck was only $150, and that's because I got 3 days on that check. And one of the days was short because of my manager, the one that's been giving me just straight issues. Right now, I'm lucky that I have a case manager, that I have Mad Dog, due to the simple factor is that I'm only paying, I think in total a month for child support is $200 a month. That's $150 going out to my daughter's mother, which I already know it's not going to be used for my daughter, and then $50 a month is going to back support. And the reason why I asked for that is due to the simple factor is that I hadn't had a job in nearly a year, if not over a year. We just got settled in, so I also asked my case manager to let me get a couple paychecks underneath my belt before they start collecting. And I asked him if that was okay, and he said yes. So I'm actually happy about that much, so I can guess about not this next check, but the next check afterwards, they're going to be taking out child support. Holy fuck. Woo! Holy shit. Excuse me. That was a straight keep it. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Oh man. But yeah, no, Mad Dog, I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up, YouTube. I'm staying strong. I mean, shit, you guys have seen me living on the streets and living out of a tent, doing social experiments from the tent. Oh yeah, dude, that's a straight Keef bowl right there, dude. That's straight Keef. I got another bowl right there. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's my only first month too here at the job, and I love it. I love the job. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on working for McDonald's. I'm loving it because I really fucking am. Okay, I love the job. I love who I work with. There's just only one coworker who's a manager that we just do not click. And I keep having my grandfather's voice back in the back of my head going, you're going to have that one coworker that you just don't get along with. And I found that one coworker. Me and her don't click at all. And it's just, like I said, I love the job. I really, really do. I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, I'm all fucked up and shit. What's up, Yo-Yo? Smoking my last bowl plus Keef. Unless I can get like a $12 donation so that I can go and pick up some more. Reason being is because I owe the guy $10, you know, but he's able to do a front of 10 each time as long as I'm able to pay him back. You know, this guy also sells, I mean, I can also pick up a quarter from him too for $50. And I think I told him that, or he told me actually that he'd be able to go down as low as 160 an ounce. You know, when ounces are usually going for 200 around here right now. Oh, babe. Alex hit me up yesterday, by the way. $80 for an ounce of Reggie. Yeah, $80 for an ounce of Reggie. I told him I'm good on that. I told him I'm good. I'm good. You know, I'm wanting this right here. Hey, Earth Gal, check it. How's it going, Earth Gal? Welcome. Good evening. Good morning, too, actually, depending on where you guys are viewing at. It's almost midnight. You know. But yeah, no, like, I mean, to be 100% honest with everybody, you know, I mean, I've quit jobs for less. You know, like, I've been more pissed off at a manager before, you know, for stupid shit that I just sat there and I'd fucking walk out. Like, bye, see you later. You know, but for some reason, every inkling in my body, you know, every single inkling in my body keeps telling me to push through and not quit. It's just a speed bump. You know, she's like like I was saying earlier, I love every single one of my coworkers. Hey, Earth Gal, much appreciated for the $10 donation. Hell yeah. Oh shit, that's also something I need to do tomorrow. Much appreciated. I'd have to call him. I want to call him, but the wifey's on the phone. But I know that she'd rather have me go and just pick up a pack of cigarettes. Hold on. Babe. Take my PayPal card and go pick up a pack of smokes. What? Go and take my PayPal. You don't.
No, I'm getting rid of this stuff here.
I was gonna say, take my PayPal card and go pick up a pack of cigarettes. We got a $10 donation from Earth Gal.
That's already in there.
When people donate, it's immediately available. It's when you load the money directly onto the card at the store is when it takes 24 hours to be able to become available. Mm-hmm. So go pick up a pack of cigarettes. Get yourself a fucking Sprite too. I'd rather just do it that way. If you can, no, you won't be able to withdraw $5 off of the card. I know that you're tired, but you need to get out of the house a little bit more than what you have today. No offense intended. She's also been under the weather as well. Guitar, Yo Smurf, what's up, man? Now, I'm still going to answer that name too, guys. Just so you know. So the people who know me as the token Smurf, you know, you'll see that come in, you know. So if you ever see someone saying, Yo Smurf, that's why.
Are those videos even still uploaded?
Which ones?
The Smurf videos.
Hold on, actually.
Because if they are, you can link them in the description below.
No. I don't even need to do that. It's called. Hold on, guys. I gotta load up another YouTube page, but the only thing I did, I just changed the name on my YouTube because I have 213 subscribers. I dropped down by 3, which that's That's fine. It happens. I've been jumping around. I have, God damn it, how many videos do I have? I have over 1,000 videos, but yes, all of those videos are still up. I need to put them, I'm still trying to put them in a playlist.
I think somewhere in there, eventually, we'll be able to have them in order, but if you want to go back and watch them, they may not be in order, but you may be able to find the one that has the making of Token Smurf.
Oh, the making of Token Smurf, the pipe. That pipe is actually featured in my cover photo. Babe, by the way.
No, I know, I saw it.
Okay, so if you...
I'm just not looking forward to having to go outside.
Babe, you're fine.
No, it's cold.
Take a jacket. Put your work pants on.
I'm not wearing my fucking work pants.
I'm still wearing my work pants. You realize this?
Yes, we know.
Okay. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, over 1,000 videos. Over 1,000. Well over. Think I'm getting ready to push 1,500 videos? I think. Sorry, guys. I had a stoner moment. I need to load me another fucking bowl. Oh, I think that's a good idea. Yo, what's up, Stone Nerd, a.k.a. Sir Smokes a Lot. Cheers, Smurf, and everyone. Evening. Yeah, you did, Skate. You did, actually. I remember when you first popped into my channel, I sat there and said, so are you ever going to skate while playing a guitar and live streaming it? I think that was the very first question that we asked you.
What about this jacket?
Dude, if you were only in Arkansas, I would actually record you doing that. And guitar, I'd let you ride my board to be able to do it, brother. I would so do that. I would. So yeah, we ended up having to bum a couple cigarettes off of my other manager this evening. That's why I was sitting here going, well, should I sit there and use that $10 that was donated for weed? I'm like, well, I can't really withdraw it at all off the PayPal, so give the wife the card and have her go and get a pack of smokes. Because I know that she's needing one. I know I'm definitely needing one. I got a fucking I got a good bowl of keef right here.
Well, I'm going to be pumping.
Yeah, I can do that. I can definitely pump it up. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Here, actually, why don't I... Sorry, guys. Uno momento, por favor. All right, we good? Okay. Sorry, I gotta pump up the bed.
Yeah, you gotta look before you do, so that you gotta show up really high emotions. I see when you fancy.
Love you. I'll see you when you do. You want to take the lighter with you? Take,
I had found my small lighter, but I don't.
Yeah, your small lighter's up there on the computer, the green one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I knew I found it and I set it somewhere.
No, I found it. I put it over there somewhere, and then you refunded it.
Oh.
Because it was in my gray hoodie that I had on.
Oh, well, I guess it was because I was stoned that I ended up finding it. Oh, did I really just put it on the wrong side? I did. Easiest way to fucking pump up the bed for us. I know, that's so annoying. Yeah, that's good. Oh. But yeah, this guy who I ended up meeting down here in Arkansas, he's got some damn good bud. All right, let's see. Hell yeah, I'll play some Freebird. Yeah, yo, cheers guitar. Stone Nerd, aka Sir Smokes a Lit. Damn it, I knew I read that wrong earlier. Sir Smokes a Lit. I think that should be live. At Yo-Yo and at Guitar Skate, yee. And then Guitar Skate is it says working at McDonald's and eating KFC. You're damn right. You're damn right I'll fucking eat some KFC. You want to know why? Because the wife works at KFC. Zing! No joke, actually. I am being 100%. My wife works at KFC. I work at McDonald's. Watch this. And my wife loves her job too. She ended up getting fired from Walgreens, by the way. She got let go from Walgreens due to the simple factor is that her manager said that they could not get in touch with her when she updated her phone number with them 7 different times. 4 of those times was updated with them while we were still living where? Up in Washington. It's lame, but guess what, though? She's pulling 30 plus hours over at KFC. Right now, this week, I got 7 hours, or no, not 7. 17 hours this week. I think last week I had, let's see. I worked every day last week except for my 11 to 7. I got sent home at 4. Yeah, 4 o'clock I was sent home. and just to update everybody as well so that nobody has to rewind the video. Or if you're watching this later, you guys can also hear me say it twice. The overnight manager has extended hours out to me to be able to make up the hours that I've missed throughout the week. From Wednesday, I was sent home due to I was really tired and no Guitar Skate. I didn't. Well, if I were to work with my the overnight manager, yes, but I can only bring home 2 burgers. That's it. That is it. 50% discount, and depending on the manager, I could get free food if I'm really hurting with money. If like I'm in between checks or I have to save my money to pay rent, she'll help me out with free food. I even looked at her tonight and I said, is that okay if I can make a couple burgers to take home? And she's like, yeah, go for it. Yes. I look like Kylo Ren from Star Wars by George Cush. That's actually a first. Hearing that is actually a first. And I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. Because for the longest time, I thought looked like I thought that for the longest time people would call me Neo from the Matrix. So it's a 50-cent menu price. Basically, yeah, I just pay the manager taxes, or the taxes basically. So my very first day, I ended up getting 2 Big Mac meals, large size. I got the wife a Sprite, and I got me a Coke, and I only paid 87 cents. So yeah, and then tonight I brought home 2 burgers that I made, and they were just, oh god, they were double cheeseburgers, add lettuce, no pickle on one, add mac sauce and mayonnaise. Let me say that again. They were both double cheeseburgers. One of them was only mayonnaise and mac sauce with extra onion and lettuce. And then the other one was a double cheeseburger, add mac sauce, shredded lettuce, extra pickle, and a little bit of onion. So I ended up making those. I made those to bring home for dinner tonight, and I'm like, I'm hungry. And then cookies came out of the oven. I'm like, fuck it, why not? I'll grab 6 of those too. I still got a cookie and a half over here sitting, but I'm really not wanting to eat that just yet. But while we're at work, everywhere I turn this fucking cup, no, we only get these cups, which they're the I want to say small. We only get to have these cups while we're at work. We can't have your regular meat. You son of a bitch! But it my wife gets these for free. My wife gets a fucking free lunch almost every day, I think, because of her assistant manager. Cheers, everybody, by the way. I'm going to cough my fucking lungs out. Holy shit. And this is the best bud that I've had since being down here in Arkansas, besides the stuff that I brought down from Washington. Oh. Which, if you guys haven't seen those videos, I know that they're kind of short videos. They were basically just update videos. But I can now say I have smoked in every, along my trip, I can now say, because I've only ever smoked weed in Washington and in Missouri. And Mississippi too. That's right. I brought weed back up from Mississippi, but I didn't smoke the entire way. I can now say I have smoked in Oregon, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and Arkansas. I can actually happily say that I have smoked in those states. And Texas was a lot of fun because a stop was actually in El Paso. And I could literally look over out of the train station and I can literally see the border. I can see that nice fucking fence that's, well, not, I can't really say nice fence, but, I saw the border wall, and I was just like, holy shit. And the wife was like, what? And I'm like, this is actually the closest that I've ever been to the Mexican border. And fuck the wall. Fuck the wall. It's not going to stop anybody. It's not. It's not. In my honest opinion, it's not going to help anybody. The wall will just make it easier. You know, and from what I have seen and from what I have actually, I've talked with Mexicans who live here in Arkansas. I've talked with Hondurans. I've talked with South Americans. You know, I can agree. They say this. I had a Mexican look at me the other day and says, look, I don't care about your political beliefs, you know, or what you think about Trump. But in my honest opinion, you know, Trump has done a lot of good for this country. And I looked at him, I said, what do you mean? You know, and he's like, you kidding me? He's like, when Obama was president, the numbers of jobs that you saw, he's like, were fake. He's like, because I was living outside. I was living out of my car. And I was being looked at differently just because I'm Mexican. I said, yeah, but look at what Trump's basically saying, though. I said, he's basically downgrading the Hispanic race because he, in my opinion, he thinks that every single Hispanic is Mexican and are illegals. You know, in my honest opinion, if somebody's going to be coming into our country, as long as they follow the legal steps of doing it, they're welcome here. You know, being an illegal, why would you sit there and try to put your family through that much danger just trying to get here? You know, I mean, yes, you know, you have Rosa Parks with the Underground Railroad, or not Rosa Parks, sorry. Who was that? Somebody help refresh my stoned memory. Google, come here. Sorry. Because Rosa Parks was the African-American woman who sat at the front of the bus. Yeah, someone help me refresh my memory, please. If that's okay. Harriet Tubman, William Still, Levi Coffin, and John Fairfield. Underground Railroad facts: established approximately 1780, ended approximately 1862 with the start of the Civil War. The slaves were freed. Estimates run from 6,000. Prominent figures: Harriet Tubman, William Still, Levi Coffin, John Fairfield. The beginnings of the Underground Railroad. Even before the 1800s, a system of abet runaways seemed to have existed. George Washington complained in 1786 that one of his runaway slaves was aided by a society of Quakers. George Washington even owned slaves. Formed for such purpose, Quakers, more correctly called the Religious Society of Friends, were among the earliest abolition groups. Their influence may have been a part of the reason Pennsylvania, where many Quakers lived, was the first state to ban slavery. Levi Coffin and his wife Catherine were believed to have aided over 3,000 slaves to escape over a period of years. For this reason, Levi is sometimes called the president of the Underground Railroad. The 8-room Indiana home they owned and used as a station before they moved to Cincinnati has been preserved and is now a part of the National Historic Landmark in Foundation City near Ohio's western boundary. Among the slaves who hid it was Eliza, whose story formed the basis for the character of the same name in the abolished novel Uncle Tom's Cabin. That's nuts. Sometimes a conductor pretending to be a slave would go to a plantation to guide the fugitives on their way. I don't believe that any slaves were fugitives. They were being held against their will. Among the best-known conductors is Harriet Tubman, a former slave who returned to slave states 19 times and brought more than 300 slaves to freedom using her shotgun to threaten death to any who lost heart and wanted to turn back. Holy shit. Let's see. Earth Gal says, where there's a will, there's a way. Guitar skate. Harriet Tubman. We're both stoned. I think we're all stoned. But yeah, no, like I said, I mean, shit you don't learn in high school. And I love it. Simply Special sent you money. I love that too, because we're all special one way or another, right? We're all some sort of special. Love it. Love it. Oh, yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Cheers, by the way. Ooh. I think that is cashed, by the way. Oh, yeah. That is definitely cashed. Now let's see how much resin I can get out of. I've smoked since the last time I scraped this was about 2-3 grams. Catch you later, Guitar Skate. Oh yeah, but just as the status says, never give up. And I ain't giving up. One love, brother, one love. Oh, and just so everybody knows who is also maybe new to the stream here, I also stream video gameplay over on mixer.com/ReaperDen. Tonight I'm going to be streaming some World of Tanks. I would be playing Modern Warfare, the newest game, but the person who is game sharing with me decided to sit there and yank their game share. So I no longer have whatchamacallit. I basically don't have the game anymore, per se. Ooh, fresh bowl of red. Holy shit. So, I mean, I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm not. Why be upset about something that, you already knew was going to happen? But yeah, no, like I was saying earlier though, guys, I'm only upset at one coworker, and it's because she's been sending me home early. Today I hadn't even been at work yet for an hour, and she sent me on lunch break. And yes, to admit, I was hella tired. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm just like, I'm going to work. I'm this tired. Fucking hell. But ended up, like I was saying, like right at the beginning of the video, I washed my hands today at work over 60 times. Because I was working the grill and the fryers. So basically, when I'm doing that, I have to drop the 1/4 pound meat whenever it's ordered and our hamburger meat. And then also I have to drop the nuggets, the McChickens, the spicy chickens, tenders, And what's even more hysterical about it is that my assistant manager tried to sit there and tell me something about cross-contamination. And I looked at her and I'm like, really? I'm like, you're going to talk to me about cross-contamination? Don't even start with me. I'm like, because back where I used to live, every single fast food restaurant I worked at, Dairy Queen, 2 different locations, Jack in the Box, Burger King, I had to take a food handler's test and hold a food handling license just to work at a fast food restaurant. So don't you tell me about cross-contamination. Don't even start talking to me about cross-contamination. I said, you want to talk to me about cross-contamination? I said, how many times have you washed your hands today here at work? I said, let's see. I've only seen you wash your hands once. And that was after you came back from using the restroom. I said, you have been chewing on a straw up at the front counter. You're bagging people's food. You're handling money. You're handling sodas. Then you decide to go back to the office and write stuff down on a piece of paper. And also fuck around on the computer doing something or whatever or checking to see what the schedule is, whatever. I said, I've only seen you wash your hands once. I said, when I went on lunch, before I left for lunch and clocked out, I washed my hands. When I got back from my house, I washed my hands before I clocked in and after I clocked in. My nails are never this clean. This is like, mind you, yes, my nails are a little bit dirty, but my nails are never this fucking clean. If you go back in my previous videos, and it's from washing my hands. And then I'm like, I've also seen you sit there and dip your hand into where you guys put the fries at to grab a couple fries out and munch on them. I said, then you're working over at the safe when you're having to exchange money out or you're counting till down. I said, and then you don't even wash your hands after doing that. And then I'm like, let's see when I've washed my hands. So I've named those first 3. After I drop meat, I wash my hands. After I drop chicken, I wash my hands. After I drop tenders, I wash my hands. If I'm bagging chicken or if I'm boxing chicken nuggets up on the table, after I make sure that they don't need any more nuggets boxed up, I go back, take my gloves off, and I wash my hands. I go back to the grill, drop more meat, mind you, using a different set of gloves every single meat drop. Like, let's see, on one grill, is for our burger meat only. On the other grill, we use it for our McRibs, which are disgusting, by the way. Don't eat a McRib, in my opinion. I don't like them. Other people might, but in my opinion, I do not like the McRibs. I like the burgers and the fish sandwiches. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Every single time that I drop fish, I'm still wearing gloves. But guess what, though? Those gloves come off. Press the buttons to start up the timer on the fryers, or when I drop the meat to bring down the plate. I sit there each time after I throw away those gloves, hands are washed. Every single time. I guess what? I drop 8 meat, those gloves come off, I'm washing my hands. I drop another 8, I wash my hands. I pick up those first 8, I go back, wash my hands. I come back, pick up the other 8, I set them in the tray. I go and wash my hands, then grab the tray, take it up to the warmer, set it in the warmer, and then I'm back at the sink again, washing my hands. I said, so please don't talk to me about cross-contamination ever again. I said, because in all honesty, I can name 10 different things that are wrong with our walk-in fridge right now. I can name 3 about the walk-in freezer. I said, but I'm not going to say anything. I said, you also denied a diabetic fluids. That was the worst thing that she could have ever done today. Now, mind you, I drink soda. Coca-Cola, not Diet Coke. I eat sugary foods, and it's because I'm not type 1 or type 2 diabetic. If you go into Google, and since I'm also on Google per se, no, not Yahoo. If you go to Google and you type in diabetes insipidus. Now, mind you, the website that I'm going to recommend you go to is WebMD. Diabetes insipidus, symptoms, causes, and diagnoses. Now, mind you, there's also there's other sites, but I use, in my opinion, WebMD. Diabetes insipidus. What is diabetes insipidus? Diabetes insipidus is a rare condition that causes your body to make a lot of urine that is insipid or colorless and odorless. Most people pee out 1 to 2 quarts of urine a day. People with diabetes insipidus can pass between 3 to 20 quarts a day. Now, mind you, with me, if I don't take my prescription medication at all in one day, I am pissing every 5 to 10 minutes. So in all total, back when I lived on the streets and I was sleeping in a tent, and if I had to pee, I was filling up a single gallon jug of urine every 3rd piss. I am someone who needs, I don't know why that message was retracted, but whatever. I don't even, yes, you are. But That's without my pill. Now, mind you, if you want to get deeper down into the definition of diabetes insipidus, everybody has a pituitary gland in their brain which sends out a hormone called vasopressin to the kidneys to tell the kidneys to conserve water, basically regulating your urine outflow and your fluid intake. That part of my pituitary gland shut down when I was 12 years old. And I was diagnosed on my 13th birthday. I am now 29 years old. So I have been diagnosed with central diabetes insipidus for 16 years. And one of the main things, hello, are you okay? Ooh, it's cold. I felt that breeze. Ooh. Where was I at with that? Oh yeah, diagnosed 16 years ago. So now I have to take a prescription medication called desmopressin, which is that hormone replacement pill. And throughout school, I was always made fun of. Always made fun of. Thank you, by the way, Earth Gal. What's that? One of my teachers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many is in there?
9.
9? Okay. One of my teachers, thought that it was very odd that I was using the restroom so much. So my teacher actually tried. Mind you, this is gonna make you laugh, Mrs. Fender at Tolt Middle School. The reason why I say that everybody's gonna laugh about that name is because her nickname back in middle school was Mrs. Fender Bender. And I remember she looked at me one day and said, she's like, you're 1 in a million. I swear to God you are. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, you're going to find something out later on in life. And you're going to be there's going to be a time in your life to where you finally come up to me and tell me what the hell is going on with you. And it's just, you don't know what's wrong with you right now. Excuse me. And I looked at my teacher and I said, I don't know if I want to take that as a compliment or as a, here's one of the gloves from work too. Oh, wait. 1, 2. Those are actually used gloves. I can't. Sorry. Yeah, two gloves, probably used on the girl. And that's what I told her, because this was back in 8th grade. And actually I was, diagnosed right before middle school. So it was on my 13th birthday. No, it was actually getting ready to be my 14th. My apologies. So actually, nearly 16 years. And I told her that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to take that as a compliment or as being very rude. And she's like, take it as a compliment. She's like, just think about it later on. She's like, just take it as a compliment. She's like, if you have to, talk with your mom about it. And talk with your stepdad. I'm like, okay. And when I was finally diagnosed, you know, I've been taking this pill ever since, and I was made fun of throughout school. Hey, look, it's kid bladder control problems. Do you need to go pee again? I mean, one of my teachers held me throughout class and didn't allow me to go to the bathroom. I'll admit, at the age of 13, I had to go so bad I ended up pissing my pants. And I was 13 years old. You know, so I was made fun of it throughout high school. I got into several fights because of it. Because people wanted to make fun of me of shit that happened back in middle school. Oh, there was one of the kids. I'm not going to name names, you know, because I don't. For all I know, he could view this, and I wouldn't even know. But we were in history class one day, and this was 10th grade. And he looked at me and he's like, hey, kid, bladder control problem. How's your morning going? You remember to take your pill? And I looked at him. I said, yeah, actually, I did remember to take my pill. It's actually something at least I can remember. I said, unlike you, who can't even remember to do his homework. He's like, you better watch what you say before I reach across this table and deck you. I said, no, you're not. I said, because you're too much of a bitch for doing so. And my teacher heard that, and he's like, watch your mouth. I'm like, yes, sir. Oh, straight up wannabe redneck. Straight up wannabe redneck and varsity football team player, wide receiver. And as soon as he heard that, he was just like, you and I are going to meet after school. I said, oh, that's a definite. And, you know, we throughout going through class, you know, I also had long hair too. If you look back at several of my past videos, I actually had a ponytail. And it's getting that long again too. I'm just saying, you know, fuck it. New state. I actually have a job. You know, I'm still stressed, but I'm not that stressed out anymore. I just ashed on my jacket. You know, I still stream as much as I can and when I can. I mean, like I said, I'm going live over on Mixer later, and I'm still live an hour later, you know. But it's, you know, back up in Washington, you know, I decided to cut my hair, and that took away a lot of the stress that I had. You know, my hair was part of my attitude up there. So since me and my wife both know what to look for, especially when my hair gets that long, you know, I can already put my hair in a ponytail if I want to, but it's still not long enough yet. But I'm like, you know what? I'm in a new state. I have a job. You know, let me grow out my hair and just see what happens. You know, as soon as I notice, or as soon as my wife notices an attitude change, it's going to be cut again immediately. Okay? Babe, since I'm growing out my hair, since we both know, I mean, because you're watching something, I do apologize. Since we both know what happens if my attitude were to switch, you know, but since I got a job now, you know, I'm still streaming when I can. Since we already know what to look for, as soon as I'm able to start putting my hair back in a full ponytail, as soon as we notice my attitude.
What do you mean? It's already.
Not as bad though. You got to give me a little bit of credit. You got like I said, you have to give me a little bit of credit. Because that scared me too, but I was out here trying to load a bowl and you actually came over and you told me to stop doing what I was doing, to put the grinder down and to hug you. And what did I do?
Yeah, I know.
You know. Yeah, but it did help. You know, if as soon as I'm able to put my ponytail up, but if my attitude gets worse than me punching a hole in the door and you not able to do that, it's gone immediately.
If it gets worse than you punching a door, it's gonna end up you punching me.
No, the fuck it's not.
Yeah, that's what you said about the valid point though.
That was 2 months ago. Stop.
What?
Stop.
I'm just saying valid point. I was gonna do it.
Yeah, now look for your letter. Ha! But no, he ended up calling me samurai, and I reached across the table and I decked him right in the middle of class. Would you like to borrow a lighter?
No.
Oh.
And by the way, babe, if you had looked into the terminology of samurai, you should have looked at it and said thank you instead of decking him. You know why?
Why?
Because having being named samurai by anybody was them basically giving you, you're on a pedestal.
Yeah, no, and that's
samurais were world renowned
because
of their honor, nobility, and loyalty.
True. Yeah, true. That's right.
Compliment, not an insult.
Yeah, but back then I didn't know better. I was in high school.
Yeah, I know. You didn't know me, this little Japanese freak here.
Yeah. The only one that's actually been able to keep me in line. Yes, my wife does wear the pants in the family. I will admit that.
Even though he doesn't like to respect it a lot.
No, I don't, but it's the goddamn truth, though.
But I can understand why. You want to be the main, breadwinner of the family.
How so?
Well, from what I've gathered, your mentality is more every time you don't make more hours than me or bring in more money than me and I have to pay all the bills.
It upsets me,
You get into a very bad state of mind.
Well, I mean,
where you get constantly pissed off and all of this, and then you get lazy and you get, seriously ticked off at everything I say.
Well, you also got to look at it from, technically my point of view. I want to be able to pull in more hours, and that's due to the simple factor is that, you got to realize, I haven't.
I'm saying you want to be the main breadwinner of the family, so that I don't have to work as hard. That's
yeah, but then but then also I also got to try to look at it from your point of view too, because if you're not working as much, you get the same way. No offense intended.
No, but if I didn't have to work so many hours, I could go back to doing, go back to maybe writing my book that I was writing.
Yeah, true.
Maybe actually restarting that and finishing it this time so I can give it out to a publisher.
That is, and Earth Gal says, "Don't take it bad. Marriage takes teamwork, a partnership." Exactly. And then
maybe even start that manga I wanted to do.
Yeah, no, yeah. Then and then John says, "Hello, new to this channel. How are you?" "I'm doing good, John." And then Richard says, "Divorce? No." What's up, Richard? How you doing?
Divorce isn't always the answer. I tried it with my ex and look how that turned out.
Oh God, I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to talk about your ex.
I'm sorry, but
seriously. My God. I don't even want to punch him. He doesn't even deserve a punch. He deserves a backhand. Just That's what he deserves, honestly.
I can't wait to see his face in court.
Oh no, John, I'm not yelling at my wife. We're having a good night, actually. I'm de-stressing from work because I love my job, you know, I love my coworkers, but I only get in one. Me and one assistant manager butt heads. Oh, Demon Jones. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here though. I gotta take a shower, and then I'm gonna be going live on Mixer. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to thumb up the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Later, y'all.